And we're live. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Real Spill Wednesdays on the Truth Comes to Light podcast. I'm your host, Jay Coven, and welcome to Real Spill Wednesdays. For those of y'all that are new, on Real Spill Wednesdays, we talk about life topics and motivational quotes. Please be sure to check out my previous Real Spill Wednesdays on the channel. And also, please be sure to tune in to the full podcast episode. My last podcast episode, I talked about the main mass shooting, the DJ Envy situation, Ken Carson's A Great Chaos, just to name a few topics that I did talk about. And we talk about news from all over the world, the music industry, and more. So please, if you're interested in that, please be sure to tune into the full podcast episodes. We done made it over 100 videos. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that have tuned in to the Truth Comes Alive podcast, whether it was the full podcast episode, the real spill, or even the YouTube shorts that I post and put out for y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that have supported the channel, subscribed, viewed, liked, comment, did all of that. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. It means the world. We're coming back strong with this. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get the latest updates on when I post a Real Spill Wednesday or a full podcast episode. Also, be sure to follow me on IG, X, and TikTok at The Truth Comes to Light podcast, because who knows, I may post something on one of those platforms and it'll kind of give you like a foreshadow on what the next podcast episode or Real Spill Wednesday will be. I'm going to start asking y'all, what Real Spill Wednesday should I talk about? What topics should I talk about? What life topics or motivational quotes should I talk about? I'm going to start doing that. So just give me a comment down in the comments section on what I should potentially talk about. I missed last week's Real Spill. I had some things that I had to do, but we're back on. We do not miss videos 2 weeks in a row. We always come with a Real Spill every single week, but something had to happen. It happens to the best of us. Things happen. We're all going through some things, so something could unexpectedly happen or could happen to where you have to adjust and adapt and improvise in situations in order to come back and get things done. So I had to miss last week's Real Spill. I'm very sorry, but we do not miss back-to-back Real Spills. And I promise y'all that we are staying consistent. A podcast episode will be coming soon. Just been busy with myself and other personal things that have been going on, but trust me, we don't miss two Real Spills, and we're for sure staying consistent on the podcast. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all of that, and keep on showing support to the Truth Comes to Light podcast, where everything done in the dark is going to come to light. So with that in mind, let's get straight into this Real Spill. I'm going to leave this video, I'm going to make it short, I'm going to make it sweet. So we have a quote of the day. We have another quote of the day. I haven't done this in a couple of weeks, should I say. I don't remember, but I know it's been a couple of Real Spills, which the last time I did a quote of the day. And I decided to choose this quote specifically, not only because I kind of went through this to an extent, but Thanksgiving is coming up in 2 weeks, so I know that y'all are going to be around family, and some of them you may not like, some of them you have to fake a funk, a facade, do whatever. So have to give y'all this quote. So the quote is, "It is okay to cut toxic family members out of your life. Blood ain't thicker than peace of mind. Cut off the iffy ones in your life to make your circle stronger." Bottom line is this: it's all about your peace of mind at the end of the day. Yeah, you may have kids and you want to do everything for the sake of your kids in regards to them having that bond with your family. But if you have family members that are iffy, you know that they have some sort of hate or some sort of animosity for any reason, and you got family members that'll literally just hate for no reason, thinking that you're better than them, and in actuality you're not, so they try and act fake and phony to you, you got to be the one to just cut them off. If they give you a hard time and they give you an issue each and every time that you around them, you got to cut them off. It's better for the sake of your kids too, if that is going on, because your kids don't need to see that. Blood ain't gonna be thicker than your peace of mind. Just because y'all blood doesn't mean that they are still going to be there when you need them the most. There's been so many times when that has happened to me, where I thought family was gonna be there, or I thought friends was gonna be there, and they're not. Keep in mind that in this world, there's a lot of hoe-ass niggas than real-ass niggas. There's a whole lot of hoe-ass people. You're going to run into them more versus the real ones that are in your life. The real ones that'll actually do things for you. The real ones that if they see you down, they going to help you up. For the most part, you got to just do it on your own. You're not going to have nobody around. I literally just went through that whole situation. I thought somebody was there. And I'm pretty sure y'all done been through that too. You thought someone was there for you, and it come to find out, they not even there for you. And this was someone that you trusted. You thought that this was your family, or you just thought that this was someone in general. But at the end of the day, they wasn't even there for you. And you got people just like that. Whether it's because they think that you're better than them, or any reason that ain't even necessary to where you can just squash the beef if you even have some beef. But most family members, one thing I will say, if they see that you doing better than them, whether that's having a better car, better money, there's still people that are greedy. They'll be greedy because of that. They gonna see that you have better than them, and they gonna think that just because you have more, you have a better car, you have more money, you in a better environment, that you just this type of person that, oh, you just forgot about them and you just acting funny ever since you got money. Which, I mean, that sometimes happen, but for the most part, that don't even happen. I mean, you still family at the end of the day. You still family at the end of the day. They ain't gonna do nothing to you, but since you got money, they gonna think that you just a better person and you don't really care. So then what they gonna do, they gonna try and come and be weird to you, just be iffy. So if you see any of your family members, especially when you come Thanksgiving time, that are iffy, because you're gonna be around family members, you just sense when something ain't right. When you in certain situations, you gonna sense when something ain't right, whether that is with your family or that's with your friends. If you sense that someone is having some sort of issue with you or iffy to you, and it can be your family, cut them off. You gotta cut them off for sure, because them gonna be your downfall. Even if it's for your kids, if you want your kids to be in that person's life just because they family, you can't have that. That'll be best for your kids if they not around. Just because you family, your kids don't have to see that. They can be out of that for the sake of them and for the sake of your peace. When you be around friends or people that you trust, your family, it's about your peace. Don't go through the same cycle. You don't want to be that parent or be that friend that goes through the same repeating cycle as the other person. You don't want to be that same friend that goes through the same cycle of you give this person chance after chance after chance, and they keep on stabbing you in your back. Keep on stabbing you in your back. They showing your true colors multiple of times, but just because they family, you can just let it slide. You can't let none of that shit slide. If they fool you once, you gotta see that. You have to see the red flags once you get it, because they'll do it again. You have to have that mindset. If they did it already, they can do it again. If someone in your family has did some backstabbing ass shit to you, you know that they have the potential of doing it again. So why even put yourself through that? And you can sense when that happens. So like the quote says, it's okay to cut off toxic family members. It's okay to cut them off. You don't need everybody in your life. One lesson that you'll learn is that all you have is yourself. All you need is yourself. You don't need nobody at the end of the day. You don't need nobody at the end of the day but yourself. You can be self-sufficient. You can do everything by yourself. Help is there, but if you have the toxic family members that constantly put you through all of these things, you don't need them. Just because they family, it's okay. You could start your own. You can have your own stuff. Have your own life. But just because they family, that don't mean that they need to be in your life. Because they can see that you, quote unquote, doing something better than them. And thinking that you're now just better than them, when in actuality, that's not even the case. Just because we're bossing up, that don't mean that we not gonna have love for each other no more. It shouldn't be like that. There shouldn't be no greed or no animosity, family or friends. It shouldn't be none of that. Just because you see me bossing up, just because you see me winning, now you want to start acting iffy towards me. It shouldn't be none of that. And if it's toxic, whether that's a whole lot of abuse going on, you don't want to see your kids you don't want to see your kids see that. The abuse, the manipulation. You don't want your kids to see none of that. So if they acting iffy, cut them off for the sake of you, for the sake of your kids, for the sake of your mental capacity, your peace. Because you see it all the time where people go through the same cycle and they get manipulated by the other person because they're family. Since we're family, we're supposed to be together because we're blood. We're supposed to ride for each other. I don't got to ride for you. You should not have to ride for anybody that doesn't show you they need to be rode. Shouldn't. It don't matter if it's family. If they don't prove to you that they'll be there for you, why do I need to be there for them? It don't matter. It shouldn't matter at all. Forget the blood. Forget family is blood. It's about the respect, and it's about, are they going to not be fake? Because if they are fake and they keep on saying all of these things behind your back, doing things behind your back, you don't want to be in that same cycle. Cut them off for your peace of mind, for your kids' peace of mind. So that way, it's better for you and your kids. Blood ain't thicker than peace of mind. It's all about your peace. Don't let the word family or friends dictate what decisions are best for you and your kids, if you have them. So with that in mind, that is the end of this Real Spill Wednesday. Like I said, I made it short for y'all. Back with the real spills. Back with the life topics and motivational quotes. Like I said, last week I had to miss it because I had something personal going on, but now we are back on. I love doing this. I love making content for y'all, so keep on showing support by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing, liking, doing all of that, turning on post notifications so you get the latest updates on when I post a Real Spill Wednesday or a full podcast episode. Follow me on IG, X, and TikTok at The Truth Comes to Light Podcast. And with that, I love each and every one of y'all, and y'all have a nice rest of y'all night.